Travis? Trav? Hey, Travis. Has anybody seen Travis? I don't know where Travis is. That's okay. I'm here. And that means we've got a show today. In fact, we are going to talk about mining crypto with NFTs. Yes, you heard me right. Owning an NFT in your wallet means you can mine crypto with it. Never been done before. We've got a successful collection called the KittyButts, because who doesn't like cat anuses? And we've got Jay and Michael are going to join us today to talk all about that collection and their roadmap, and a new collection coming up with birds. Who doesn't like birds? Who doesn't like Flight Club? We're going to find all about it here today on episode number 97 of The Nifty Show.
Looking into the future, what do we see? It's lined with digital collectibles, we call them NFTs. Games, trading cards, digital art, and those crypto kitties. Travis and Joel are the hosts, you'll know. Travis and Joel say this won't blow. They're locked and loaded, so ready, set, go! It's the Nifty, really kind of spiffy. The Nifty Show.
It is the Nifty Show, number 97. I am Joel Comm, and Travis Wright is nowhere to be found. I hope he's okay. It's not unusual for him to show up a couple minutes, late, but to not be here. Trav, we hope you're good, but our guests are here. And that's what's important. Also trying a new stream this week for the first time. Many of you watch us on the YouTubes at Nifty.Show /YouTube. Some of you are picking up on us right now on any of several Twitter channels. We're on the Bad Crypto Podcast channel. We're on the Nifty Show channel. I believe we're also on the Blockchain Heroes channel. But I've wanted to try out the new streaming service on Odyssey.com. Odyssey.com is the child of library.tv, which we've talked about before. That is decentralized video content, and this means that YouTube has no control over it. And I'm trying to push a stream today to Odyssey.tv, but even as I'm looking at it, I can't find where the darn thing is. So maybe if I click go live, it actually works when I do that, because I am pushing from the thing here. I'm going to test it right now. I don't see it working. All right, so I'll have to figure out, maybe our producer Chris can help me with that to figure out how to get it streaming there as well. Anyway, welcome. Lots happening in the NFT space, and really excited about our first guest today. He's been on the Bad Crypto Podcast multiple times, and he's been on the Nifty Show before. He is a friend of the show, who is one of the smartest developers I know in the blockchain space. His name is Kurt Braggett. He's here today to talk about some revolutionary new NFTs that just launched and are going public tonight on Ethereum. Kurt, how's it going, buddy?
It's going amazing, dude. Where's Travis? Where's Travis today?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I guess I'm just gonna have to steal his job. Like if you need a co-host, dude, I'm in the market. So.
Well, actually, it's a good time to make it. We made this announcement on Bad Crypto in yesterday's release, but I'll go ahead and just state it now. The last episode of Nifty Show Travis is going to be doing is episode number 100. We're in 97 today. He's just super busy with other stuff. He's like, hey, how about you and I keep doing Bad Crypto and we do all the NFT stuff we're doing, but why don't you see if your son Zach wants to co-host the show with you? So starting with episode 101, maybe starting now, because he's not here. Maybe he quit already. I don't know. So anyhow, last time we had you on, we talked about Dust, and we talked about Telegram, and we talked about Wax. Why don't you go ahead and give us the synopsis of where the story is so far, and then we'll jump into this next big thing.
Yeah, for sure. So, Dust kind of started from an invention that I call chat mining. What happened was we saw a bunch of ICOs come into the market. There's a bunch of people building amazing communities and socializing with each other about crypto assets. And I just kind of put together the idea that as you chat in these communities, you should be, earning some of those tokens or, participating in. And that was really the activity that was going on in a lot of those early communities. So I created chat mining, which is essentially a way to bind a token to messaging and social interactions. Did this a few years ago. with a kind of Rick and Morty inspired token back in the day, and then quickly realized that it would be better to do it for a game that I built called Nifty Wizards, which was on the Wax blockchain. We wanted to introduce a currency called Magic Dust that was kind of like a game currency, but was also tied into chat messages. And so that's when Dust was born. Dust was born on the Wax blockchain. We quickly upgraded into NFTs and allowed the NFTs to be mining enhancers. So we have a lot of enhancement equipment to where, like, when you're chatting, if you hold certain NFTs, because we've reprogrammed chat to be aware of which assets you hold and what the powers are, that acts as like kind of an enhancer, a multiplier for what kind of tokens that you're earning.
These are actually enhancers that we're showing right now, different partner enhancers that you can see there's a variety of them because they kind of match the design aesthetic of the collection that you're mining dust from. So, for example, if you're in the Crypto Twerps Telegram, owning this one here enhances your dust production in that Telegram.
Yep. And so we have a whole system of operators that, if you're an operator, that basically means you have a chat group where all of your users are able to mine dust. You enable the community to mine dust. And based on what that community holds in their wallet, they can mine. You can go across every channel that is dust enabled and mine there too. You don't have to resync or anything like that. And the whole idea is just really to incentivize the community and to use this novel NFT technology to like enhance what you're doing there too. And so the idea is, we started on Wax because they have the low transaction fees. There are some issues with Wax, like we don't, there isn't as much liquidity, for example, and there's been a big boom, as you guys can see, in Ethereum. So we decided that it would be great to expand this generative set that's mining on Ethereum, and that's kind of where we're at today.
Yeah, so the collection on Wax has been very successful. There's over 100 dust mines. About how many text IDs do you figure there have been for dust so far?
There's millions. There's been millions of mining interactions. I think there's probably been around 5 or 6 million so far.
Wow!
So it's a lot of transactions on a blockchain.
Well, that brings us to today. You guys are going to want to hop over to dustminers.com because this is taking the concept of dust, earning crypto, enhancing the amount of crypto that you can earn by owning an NFT with the generative idea that's just been so popular right now, and Discord. So tell us what this is all about.
Yeah, so a lot of it started in Telegram. We always wanted to grow to Discord. We grew the Wax token over to Discord, but now because we have Ethereum and EVM compatible assets, and that this is a set of 11,111 generative on-chain generated generative art pieces that are pixel art, and they're miners. They're kind of these guys that, there's a story behind them. They live on a separate planet and they want to mine magic dust. And you can buy these on Ethereum now at dustminers.com. And the idea, and we've also launched, our new magic dust token that has a 10-to-1 trade ratio from Wax to Polygon, but you can now mine it on Polygon. So every time you send a message inside of a dust enabled chat in Discord, right now, that would be the main Dust Miners Discord, you earn this Polygon token. Because you hold it in your Ethereum wallet, your Ethereum address is the same on Polygon. So it just goes automatically into your Polygon wallet at the same address.
And, so what you did to instead of creating the same NFT that mines dust for everybody in the same channel, now you've got this generative set with how many different properties are there to each one of these miners, and how many possible permutations were available?
So there's 8 properties, and they all have varying weights. So, a very desirable one to get is maybe one with a gold crown, or even like a gold body, kind of radiates gold. There is like a lizard race that's pretty fun. There's males and females on the roadmap. There will be breeding, so you can breed them together and yield other NFTs. And they all have different mining power. So it's really, rarity is being used in a very literal way, where the the mathematical rarity of that character will equate to how much it mines too, plus compounding if you have more. There's 11,111 out of all those 8 attributes. There's probably a trillion possibilities, but we cap it at 11,111.
So the pre-sale is live, excuse me, as of this broadcast, but 7:00 tonight Eastern, which
Yep.
is timestamp Thursday, September 30th. So that's just a little less than 2 hours from now. The public can go in here and mine these. That's why a few have been
Travis.
sold already. Oh, Travis decided to show up. That's nice. Hi, Travis.
Yeah, I figured I might as well come eventually.
I thought, we thought maybe you just went ahead and quit the show already.
I know. I was like, I had a time zone issue, and then I did some work today, and then I laid down for 15 minutes, and that was an hour ago.
Nice. Well, welcome to the show.
I was like, when the hell's my alarm going off? And then I realized that I set it, but I didn't actually set it, so it wasn't on.
Well, we're glad you're here. We're
Hey,
talking.
it's nice to see you guys. I see you, Kurt, as well, and these magical dust miners. Man, this is an exciting project right here. How's everything going on it so far?
It's going well. The pre-sales started last night. They're selling pretty nicely, and the main sale will go live later today in 2 hours.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so need to find a time where the gas is a little lower. I know that gas wars are definitely going to be on as this thing goes live. So there's you actually have a roadmap here, which a lot of generative projects don't. And you have, I believe, out of all of the generative projects I've seen, there's a few of them that have legs, right? That they're automatically here for the long term. And I feel like this is one of them because the utility that's inherent in owning one of these NFTs, the dust mining.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a really important point for me, for people to understand, is that like we've been building in crypto for 10 years. We're very dedicated to it. Dust is coming up on 2 years, I believe. Chat mining is 3 years old, I think. So we've been in this for a long time. I've been a collector of NFTs. I collected CryptoKitties on the day it came out. I was probably one of the largest holders of MLB baseball NFTs in 2018. Like I've been in this and I just love the shit. So like, we're not going anywhere. All of our guys are public guys. You know, we plan to build across every blockchain. Actually, anyone that we like, we want to build because we love to tinker with stuff. You can see our team; they're all public dudes. They're all known guys. So that's an important thing to us. And a roadmap is just like, hey, you know, this is what we plan to do. You know, we plan to do breeding. There's a lot of really fun stuff that we want to do. We want to build guilds, mining guilds. Eventually, we'd love to release land and some metaverse features. And our team has expanded a lot. You know, it's not just 2 guys, you know, trying to do some fucking rug or whatever. There's like, I don't know how many people are on the Dust team now. It's probably like 20 people or something. Like, I don't even know everything that's going on, to be totally honest with you at this point. I just, you know, started it and then it just kind of taken a life of its own. We want it to be a full DAO in the future. We want it to be fully decentralized. We want it to be tied into every NFT. Like, you should have a CryptoPunk and mine dust. Our generative set is really just about, here's how you can do something like this. We want to integrate it into every NFT that in the world. We want to give mining power to every NFT in the world. And so that's kind of like the big vision.
It's an exciting process, man. I remember whenever we first started chatting about this back in the day. It's like, am I frozen?
You're there.
No, you're here.
You.
Wait, not only are you not frozen, well, now he's gone, but so he's worse than frozen. He's disappeared, but we're here and it is exciting. And of course, knowing that you're in this for the long haul, this is, I can see it being on many Discords, right? Just like there's over 100 dust mines on Telegram. We're going to see other communities go, you know, like we've got the KittyButts guys on next, and they're probably going, oh crap, that's another draw to our community. If people that own a KittyButt can also mine dust. Is that the type of collab that, you know, is going to happen?
100%, dude. I love me some KittyButts. Like you said, who doesn't love a kitty butt? And so, you know, if KittyButts were like, hey, Dust team, like it would be really fucking dope if people were chatting in our Discord and they mined your token too. And, we could offer these perks for people that have and hold the token. The answer is yes. So
Mm. But although they wouldn't earn dust, they would earn like little kitty cookies.
something, we could start with dust and maybe they can expand into something else,
Kibble. It'd be
Yeah.
kibble. You'd
Well,
get
dried
kibble.
up kitty cookies, they turns into dust. So I guess it does. It does actually work. I think. Yeah, I'm excited about this, man. I know we've had a lot of conversations about this, like since the beginning of the power of a currency that can be mined throughout internet activities, right? It's on Telegram, now it's on Discord. Like, I mean, imagine if it was on Twitter and you're earning dust for your tweets and some other stuff. Like, what's some of the long term roadmap that you see for the dust crypto?
Yeah, definitely integrating into Twitter. Twitter's doing some really interesting things where you can, I'm sure you guys saw where you can verify like your avatar. It's not hard to imagine that because there is going to be a verified asset in your avatar, you will probably mine dust with that based on what you do on Twitter. Dust is very much. It's not so much about being its own brand. It's more about celebrating all NFT sets and integrating with them in a social way. Our set is really just here's how you could do it. It's meant to be more of a like kind of like an IKEA assembly manual for like how to do that for a set. So Twitter is a big one. Any place that chats, any kind of social activity, reward systems, and play to earn games. So we really see two different things. There's chat mining, which is tied to messages and social, and then there's gameplay mining, which we haven't done a lot yet. Nifty Wizards has about 10 games that mine the token. So it might be that you're battling a certain boss, and those certain bosses in those games will yield a token as you play. So that's kind of the second part of it.
Awesome. Well, guys, get ready. 7:00 Eastern. If you're watching the live stream somewhere, it happens tonight, and you just want to own some of these. Now, full disclosure, Travis and I have been on the Dust team from the beginning as advisors, and we're also customers. I was on the pre-sale. I bought 10 of them myself because I want to have these things. When are we going to get the reveal on them, Kurt, so we can see what we actually got?
We might do it in tranches. So like, if people get impatient, we might reveal it in tranches. But, the idea is to, once the sale is over, to do the reveal. We'll probably have a little reveal party. So.
Well, I mean, there's 11,111. And, these days, fewer projects sell out right away than do. And then some of them, takes a few weeks. I like these. As long as it takes, it doesn't matter, because as people discover dust, they're going to be like, oh, I'm mining crypto. Wait, I should go get one of these NFTs or more so I can mine more dust. It's like got incredible shelf life, which is what I think is one of the most impressive features of it.
Yeah, one of my favorite sets is actually luchadors and or luchadores, however you say it. But it took them a really long time to sell out, but and it took a really long time. It took years for some of the NFT sets to really get to the volumes where they were. Even something like Punk's comic that I feel like is really running the game, and Pixel Vault, I feel like they're really running the game now. People weren't impressed by it at first. I think that teams that stick around and continue to provide value, as we saw in DeFi, they end up, really going somewhere. And I actually do like the idea that some people get in early. They get really nice positions, and they gain more knowledge, and ultimately the payoff could be bigger for them, not just in like fun, but like they'll be able to mine more assets and things like that. So I think it's a good thing. We're selling quite well. I think we're doing better than I initially thought. So I have a feeling that we will sell out, but if we don't, we're not going anywhere. This is like what we love to do. So.
If we know anything about Kirk Braggett, you're going to just keep on innovating, because that's what you do. So
yeah, dude, I'm not going to fucking stop. Never. Yeah.
Man, I know that's right. Great stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. Dustminers.com. Check it out. Good luck with the official public sale tonight. You guys go scoop them up. Watch that gas. Don't get gas. Try to pay as little gas as possible. And we'll talk to you soon, Kurt.
Thanks, guys. Good to meet you guys too. Bye.
All right. Who's he talking about meeting, Travis? He's talking about the KittyButts that are waiting in the wings here. We got Michael and Phil from the KittyButts, and the website is thekittyButts.com. Gentlemen, welcome to the Nifty Show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Okay. That's Phil, and that's Michael and Chris. If we can put everybody on the screen at once, and we'll just share the space here. What do you guys think of that? I'm curious. That was your first look at Dust, right?
That was really interesting, actually. I've been hearing about Discord and things like that having coins and tokens and things like that, but the idea that you can actually own an NFT which amplifies a process like that is just really exciting. I was messaging Michael throughout it going, I think we need this. This is great.
Yeah, it was reminiscent. I remember whenever the idea was first, created back, I think 2019, whenever we first started having conversations with Kurt, and it was around the idea of the old cookie clicker games, right? And it was like, oh, you buy this, and then grandma gets to put out double the amount of cookies, and now you get this super powered oven, and now you're doing 10 times the amount of cookies. And it was like, we could probably do that with NFTs. And it evolved, and Kurt and his team just really took that thing to the next level.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool art as well, I think, looking at...
What's about these cat asses? What's up with these cat asses?
The bad asses with cat asses. What are the KittyButts?
Yeah, well, they are cool, they're sassy, and just a little bit assy is how we describe them. This was a project that do you know what? It started off like a bit of a meme a few months ago. And in actual fact, we held a competition to find an artist to bring these to life, and we had over 140 artists actually submit work, and we ended up finding these amazing artists. We actually got 3, and they kind of helped us bring the KittyButts to life. We sold out in 3 days in the end of July, beginning of August, and it was just a phenomenal experience. We had loads of box parties, because when you first got your KittyButt, they'd be in this little box, and we held these Discord parties every day for 2-3 days whilst they're being minted, and it was just awesome. People were just like unboxing them and seeing all of the... Obviously, you can see some of the range that we have here.
These are hilarious.
Thanks. Yeah. They've got a lot of character, and actually, what we've noticed is that a lot of people that have never bought an NFT before are getting into them.
The Darth Vader one.
That's actually a nod to Daft Punk, and we've got another one. There it is.
Yeah.
There he is.
And
what this reminds me of is there was an episode of Bob's Burgers where Linda's sister Gail wanted to hang her art in the in their restaurant, and all of them were animal anuses, like every one of them, and Bob was horrified by it.
Yeah, I'm just glad these aren't scratch and sniff.
That's
technology does not exist.
I'm sure with NFTs that's possible. I feel like anything's possible with NFTs.
So you guys sold out in just a few days, and there is a KittyButt club. And so what people who purchase NFTs want to know now is, where do we go from here? Is it just you bought them, you have these fun pictures, or is there a roadmap for the future?
No, they're launching dog balls next. Dog balls is coming out.
We've got so many cool things. Honestly, like we've got, so the biggest thing is we have the kittens coming up in a few weeks, around mid-October, and that is where you can take any 2 KittyButts that you own, and you can breed them, and you can do that through a number of ways. You can burn them. You can also kind of do what's called like a safe breed, where you don't burn them. And then you also have this kind of like more pure kind of thoroughbred experience called a pure breed, where you pay a little bit of an ETH premium, and you get kind of more of a chance of developing rarer kittens. And the focus is really on these new kittens, which we've called the Fluffy Butts, where actually there's only 2,000 of them, and the top 10% will actually split a lot of the secondary sales. We've got 25 what we call the summons, or the S tiers, the rarest of all. They are completely one of one art pieces, and they will divide 1.5% of all secondary sales of the kittens. between 25 different NFTs, which I mean, if we trade, it's like 100 ETH or something in the fluffy butts. Those people will split 1.5 ETH, between 25 people. And, as you imagine, that scales linearly. So with every 100 ETH, they'll divide another 1.5 ETH between the 25 of them. But that's the top 25. We've also got an A tier below it, which is the next 150 rarest kittens will also divide 2.5 ETH between the 150. So there is actually quite a lot of royalties available in the kittens, but it's all about owning the rarest kitty butts now and looking at breeding them. Or potentially burning some of these kind of like floor butts at the moment. And I don't know if you can, I don't know if you ever pay attention on these kind of activity sort of lists for the collections, but for the kitty butts, the average price has just gone up in the last sort of 4 to 5 days since we've released. We've had a bunch of other people come in. We've had Penelope's Country Club, which is another great NFT collection, actually invest some of their community wallet in the kitty butts. Because they kind of back the project as well. I think they're a great entry into the NFT space. We've put a lot of love in them. We've got a lot more things, not just the kittens in the works. We're also looking at having arcade games, and there's some interesting kind of stuff that I can hint at, but that's coming later this year. I think this project is really only just getting started, and I personally have I've recently quit my full-time job as a doctor in order to commit to the kitty butts and the whole project. So,
are you serious? You went to school all those years, you became a PhD, and you're like, I don't want to take care of patients anymore. I just want to play with the kitty butts.
Do you know what? It was like a running joke when I was working, and all of the nurses and everything, my fellow doctor colleagues, they laughed and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Trust me, these are going to be like what the kids are going to be talking about in a few years' time." And yeah, we had a crazy sell, and the rest is history. So yeah, I mean, once you're a doctor, you're kind of always a doctor. So I'm sure I'll dabble, but it's one of those where these are now the 24/7 focus for me now going into the future. And I think when we've had no celebrity influence. We've not really had any huge influence up until now. We've got a solid community of like several thousand kitty butt holders. And we've achieved so many things already. Like, I can't imagine if any of the big players in this space decide they want to get in on kitty butts, these things are just going to moon,
Moon. Literally.
I like that pun. I like it.
That brings new meaning to the word moon. That is nice. So what are some of the rarest kitty traits that are just maybe the funniest? Because I do see some clever ones. I saw an explicit content sticker over a kitty butt. Now I do want to say that we have on Blockchain Heroes, we had a Dogeborus statue, and I made a big stink about the fact that it did not have a butthole. And I was like, how is this Dogeborus, which is a three-headed doge, how does it not have a butt? Like, how does it go to the bathroom? And Zach, our creative director, was like, it's not necessary. And then here you guys are making a whole set around the ass.
Oh, we've embraced the butt. Like our Discord is called the Butt Club, and it's all about the butts. When I'm addressing them, I'm saying, "Hey, what's up, beautiful butts?" This is like our go-to. But when you ask about the rarest of traits, I'd have to say that we've done something that hasn't been done much in this space. We actually introduced a trait which isn't available on the metadata. If you notice how every kitty butt has a shadow, but there's actually some kitty butts which don't have shadows. We call them the shadowless, and they are some of the rarest actually. And you cannot find them. You cannot search for them on OpenSea. The only way to spot a shadowless is using your eyes. And that was like a bit of a nod to the old sort of Pokemon cards. And we wanted to reward people that were into the art and actually looking with their eyes. If they spot a shadowless, if you don't know you've got a shadowless and you sell it, it's the worst thing in the world finding out later that you sold it when it's the floor price on them is like 0.3 or 0.4 ETH right now. And that's something that I don't see a lot of collections doing. A lot of them put all of their traits available. Yeah. And I
saw a shadowless one that was going, the only one that I've seen is going for 10 ETH so far.
It's honestly really hard to spot. There's the community. So if you join our Discord, which you can find the link to on our Twitter, there is an amazing list that the community has created. Obviously, me and Michael know exactly all the shadow lists because
Is that one right there? That's
that
a
is
shadow
one.
list, right? Yeah,
that is one. Yeah. So,
but it's not a property. It's not an attribute.
It's exactly. So it's basically, we call it a hidden trait. And actually there's the only really way is to either have a list of them sort of that you maintain separately, which is what our community is doing right now. Or it's to use your eyes and have a look as people are listing them or whatever. But they're some of the coolest stuff. We've obviously got like your standard rare things. You know, we've got like a magic butterfly, which kind of sits on the tip of the mouth. We've got a magic sock as well. We've got some really bizarre little accessories. That is one of the most interesting ones, the one that you're looking at there, the devil. Mm-hmm. That's not only one of the rarest furs, but it's also a shadowless.
And it's got this donut around its neck too, and the ganja hat, the devil tail. He's smoking a doob. He's like, he's on fuego, and he's got no
chilling.
shadow. Yeah.
We had a lot of fun creating these.
Obviously, very, very cool.
One of my favorites is we sometimes we would ask our artists to try and produce some crazy things, and they would just deliver. You'll spot there's a pumpkin head, kitty butt. A few of them have pumpkin heads, and we just asked our artists, can you create a Minecraft style pumpkin head? And the next day he said, there it is. And it's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen.
Did you just call them an artist?
No, but we should do that.
I totally thought you said an artist. Like here we
it might have been like just a slip of the tongue.
I know Joel's looking through there frantically looking for a cheap shadowless one right now, as am I. And I cannot find one.
They're really hard to spot. I've not seen one for lower than about 0.3 Ethereum for some time. There are some. So this is an interesting thing with the new kittens that are coming. You can take some of our rarest furs. For example, you can get an angel. You can get a gold fur. So if you look on the furs, that's probably where I'd go. And you can breed them together. Now there is a chance that the angel will improve. So it might become something even better than an angel. We actually have it. It's called the Lightling. Or what
the angel, is that the one with the wings or the one with the halo?
Well, it's actually the one that has the divine light on it. Not all angels have wings, actually. So the actual wings is a separate accessory. But you can take an angel and a gold and like actually hybridize them to create something new, which is both like it's a gold angel essentially. And we've done this with the six, actually the 7 rarest furs that we have. You can hybridize them, and there is a chance not only that, well, they could either be hybridized, so combined together, or either one of the furs could actually get even better than what it is already. So the next stage up from a gold fur is something called a diamond fur. So we've got diamond, we've got a lightling, and we've got this kind of hybrid gold angel. And this is for like all the 6. So you can take any of all the top 7 furs we have. You can take any combination of them with the chances of creating something entirely new. And that's what will likely make the top tier kittens, which will then end up getting royalties in the future.
I like the art. I really do. I mean, some of these projects, I buy something and then I get, I see what I get and I'm like, you know what? I hate the one that I got. Like I bought from Citizens of Bolivar Island, and there were some really cool ones on the website. And I looked at the one I got and I'm like, this is crap. And I sold it. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the art. And I don't think there's a single one here that I would look at and go, oh man, I'm so upset that I got this. They've fun.
I just found a shadowless one for 0.26 ETH. And
Did you get it?
I just picked it up. Yeah, he's got a cute little mustache.
Nice.
He's number 9353.
Mustachio.
We've had so many discussions about the mustaches. I love.
He's a purple hero. He's got a handlebar mustache, and he's got a neckerchief, and he has no shadow.
What's his number, Trev?
9353.
Pull him up right here. Get a look on rarity.tools. Now in the possession of Sir Lord Travis Wright. There he is. Right
Very
there.
sassy.
Owner
Very sassy.
WinFTs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's you've got a floor one there. So you were really, really good to spot that.
Good spotting, Trev.
Getting a floor one. What do you mean?
That's actually the cheapest shadowless that I've seen in a while. So that's someone who's going to have a bad day when they realize. Maybe I think they must realize they sold a shadowless, but that's awesome.
How many shadowless ones are there?
Well, we've not disclosed that. I think we're at 62. I think it is on the actual Discord on the maintain sheet. There's a few more to go, but we like the game of people discovering and people adding to the community, and that's what we're really trying to create here. We want to build this community and build the KittyButt brand up. In the future, we do have this first kitten collection, but we do actually plan on releasing a few more collections down the line. And what's going to be interesting is you're always going to need KittyButts to be part of that process for the most part. So if you and they're often going to get burned, sadly. So KittyButts will only ever get rarer from now on with these future collections, and that will make for a pretty solid investment at these prices, I think, as more collections are released.
You're always going to need KittyButts. Mike and Phil, thanks for coming on, guys. TheKittyButts.com is the website. 10,000 sassy AF KittyButts minted on Ethereum. They are sold out. You can get them on OpenSea on the secondary market. And be a good human and go pick up a KittyButt. Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys.
Great, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks, fellas. Oh, hey, before you guys go,
Mm-hmm.
If I'm correct, there are a couple custom KittyButts in the works. Is that true? You want to talk about that?
Yeah, no, we've had some custom work done by the artist recently. So you guys are getting a couple of customs made. We have actually got a few. We call them honorary butts being made by the artist for some key people in the space. We're hoping some people will reach out to us. If not, we'll probably reach out to them. But yeah, the artwork's looking pretty cool. And
so, are those going to be minted from a second collection? Then
we have what's called we have like a super selection collection, which is we've collaborated with quite a few artists, and we've also had the original artist release a couple of one-on-ones on them already. And we've used those for very, very special giveaways. We also had a few Easter eggs buried within the original collection, which have now been discovered, and those were rewarded with one-of-ones with a few of those. So it's it's in the KittyButt Super Selection collection.
Nice, Trev. You're going to be
Super Selection collection.
You're going to be an honorary butt, Trev.
Sweet. Hope mine's extra wide.
We'll do an extra. We need to make them lords.
That's true. I hope mine has a blue hat.
Definitely.
Right.
All right. Hey, thanks, fellas. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Cheers.
I found a shadowless butt, Joel.
Nice. Good job. A butt that does not cast a shadow.
Yeah, well, once they said they were normally around 3 ETH, I put in a filter to find them between 0.25 and 0.4 ETH. And then I found one pretty quickly at 0.26. I was like, well, if they said they're this rare, then maybe they wouldn't be pumping the dump in the asses, would they?
I hope not. I wouldn't think so.
Oh, there's another one right there with the roll of toilet paper. I found another one.
They're fully docked. So now whether or not this guy is a butt, we don't know. But we know this. See what I did there? But we know this. He's also in the animal realm, the creaturely realm of the NFT world. And unlike the KittyButts that have sold out, this is a project that is coming, and it is focused on birds. It's called the Dirty Bird Flight Club. And here to talk about it is Claude. Claude, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Let me, there we go. Sorry, I had you muted. Say hello.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah,
hello.
yeah, man. We got you. Yes, sir. Good to see you.
That was hilarious. The butts, and now the dirty birds are following the butts, and it's
right.
It's just,
that's how the birds got dirty. They were trailing after the KittyButts.
Poor dirty butt.
The dirty butts. We should do a collab called the Dirty Butts.
Well, there you go. I'm sure those guys are listening still, so it could happen. The website, dirtybirdrecords.com. So what is Dirty Bird Records?
Yeah, so I've had this record label for 16 years, and it's mostly house music. There's some bass music in it too. It's all electronic music, and we have festivals, events, clothing company. And basically, I've been into this like lowbrow surrealism artwork for many, many years, collecting it, and also hiring an artist every year to be our like artist in residence. And so when the whole NFT thing started popping off, I was like, this is just made for me. I also collect like 80s Marvel comics, and I'm just like super collector kind of person. And so I was like, how can we make our music community work inside an NFT? So I went to the guy that did all of our artwork last year. His name's Birdcap, and he's like a really cool muralist from Nashville. And he signed up to make all these birds, and there's like 245 parts, and there's some of them are totally insane. But the cool thing about our project is that we're offering you tons of the utility from we have actual shit going on.
Mm-hmm. Look at these
actual shit going on is great. Oh, so there it is. There's the Fight Club. You know, when I typed it in, I typed in Dirty Butt Records. I was just accidentally.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to know where you ended up for that, man.
Totally different NFT series that could, quite frankly, wipe. So, dirtybirdrecords.com, and up at the top you'll see Flight Club. That's what Logan like. These are pretty far out birds right here. Like it looks like there's all kinds, over 200 traits.
Yeah, there's actually almost 250 traits. And it's like everything from like Egyptian pharaoh to DJ to all metal robot birds.
Is this one here the sketch? Is this like a super rare one that could actually pop out?
Yeah, so I that was the sketch that I originally drew in like middle school. So, and that became the original logo of Dirty Bird Records. And then so you can see like it's actually based on the original vibe of the record label.
Dude, that is beautiful. Like, how old were you when you created that?
Probably like 12, that sketch.
Dude, and you're like, I'm going to create a record label someday. Is that what you were thinking, or you just drew a bird?
I was thinking I'm going to create an NFT someday. No, I wasn't thinking.
I'm going to create this badass NFT series someday. And they're like, what? Are you crazy? What the hell? Who's going to buy JPEGs?
And at 12 years old, what's a JPEG, right? I mean,
right, exactly.
Here's your roadmap.
IIc.
Yep, I remember it well. Here's the roadmap, and you talk about offering utility to the community for owning these, besides the NFTs and their own rarity. So, talk a little bit about how you're tying in Dirty Bird Records to the community for these NFTs.
Well, we're doing a lot of the stuff that you can see here, like donating to charity that the community will decide, and doing exclusive drops and giveaways to the community. But also, like, just for example, we have our big festival on October 14th, and we're going to have a secret meetup for everybody who has a bird at Campout, and the artist is going to come and do a mural, stuff like that. And then because everyone can't go to Campout, we're actually going to drop a music compilation to all the bird holders that doesn't come out on Spotify or iTunes or anywhere. It's just going to be for this, just for people in this community.
That's awesome. So you do a lot of house music and some bass music. So how did you get started with that? And because it's fascinating, because my daughter loves to create music, right? She's in the School of Rock. She plays bass. She loves all kinds of music. Wants to create music. She's almost 16, but I've been playing now bass for almost over 2 years, and she'll pick up and learn a song immediately. She just loves it, and music is really in her DNA. Like, how did you get started, and how do you work with other artists?
I got started, but I always wanted to do something like in music, and I just I didn't really know where I was going, and then I met my wife, and she kind of got me to buckle down, and so I just saved up some money, and I said, I'm just going to start pressing. This is when vinyl records were a thing. And so I just started pressing vinyl records, and I got some distributors in Germany and all kinds of stuff like that. And I just happened, like a few of my records just happened to pop off right in the beginning, and it really
Nice.
worked out. And then we had parties in Golden Gate Park. It started in San Francisco. We would do free parties all the time called Dirty Bird Barbecue, which is one of our event series that's still going. And it just kept going and going and going, and now it's like a big company.
That's beautiful.
This is you right here, Claude Von Stroke, the
Yeah, that's
CEO
me.
and chief
That's
music
like my
producer.
camp out outfit.
You're like a good Boy Scout.
Dirty Bird
You're-
Camp Out. Dirty Bird Camp Out is like a adult summer camp. So you go there and you get assigned a color bandana, and you're on that team, and you play like dodgeball and wheelbarrow race during the day and all these ridiculous games, and then you rave all night. It's a hilarious festival.
Oh my
But
god!
our
And this is
birds
every
are
year.
actually, yeah, our birds are actually tied into this. This is how cool our dev team is. We have the 4 color teams from Camp Out, and then we have another East Coast festival that has Gator Gang, Flamingo Fam, and Scuba Squad. So we have all those traits in the birds. And if you get like an orange bird, it won't have any red traits or any purple traits. If you get like a scuba bird, it won't have any flamingo traits. It's just the devs like went crazy on like how to
clever.
program the randomness.
I'm actually more
Yeah.
excited about this camp out thing now. Like, I mean, it sounds like something that the Republic of Bad Cryptopia needs to be a part of in some way. So this is happening on October 14th.
You got to go. It's up in Modesto. It's like an hour from Oakland.
Okay.
In the North Bay. And it's right on a reservoir. It's really beautiful. And it's 4 days from Thursday to Sunday. And we basically have one all house music stage called the Birdhouse, one bass music and like old school rappers and stuff like that on the Bass Lodge or the Bass Lodge. It's kind of just a joke on words. And then we have all these weird shows on Claude's Cabin, my cabin, which is like stand-up comedy talent shows, like
beautiful
drag show, like all kinds of wild stuff. Bingo.
Yeah, you got Sir Mix-a-Lot. You know, that's people are going to come just to hear. I like big butts and I can. I like KittyButts and I cannot lie.
I like big birds.
Yeah, this is great fun.
Yeah, so we have all this stuff going on, and so we're really trying to tie them all together, so that if you have a bird, you get special treatment. You know what I'm saying? You're like
sure
I'm
in
totally
the VIPs.
I tell you, if I wasn't already going to be in Dubai, I would go to this thing. I'm going to be at Dubai during that time. There's a big
Dubai
conference thing going on during that time. Yeah. Golf Blockchain Week is the largest one in the world going on that week. But how often do you have this? Just once a year?
That one's once a year in October. And then the one on the East Coast, which is a little bit easier to manage because you don't have to live in a tent, is called Dirty Bird Camp In, and that's in a resort in Orlando, and that's in February.
That's my form of camping. Like I'm like, people, do you like camping? I'm like, if by camping do you mean a comfy bed and an air conditioned room, then yes, I love camping. I'm a huge fan.
So go to that one. Go to the February one, and you'll have a hotel room. This is like if you want to get out there and get in nature and be on a team. And
I think it's a good way to ease into it. Do the camp in, and then be like, "That was fun as shit." All right, I'm gonna do the camp out next time. I like that.
So 9,090 NFTs, 200 traits. Each bird will lull you into a happy place and fly away with your sandwich. The pre-sale is October 3rd. I'm assuming if you join the Discord, then you could find out how to get in that. And then the public sale, October 5th, dirtybirdrecords.com. What else do you want people to know about the sale itself so that they are prepared to get in the flight club?
I think just get in the Discord for sure, because we don't know how much is going to go on October 3rd. And we had 909 already in a pre-mint whitelist. Then that went like super quick. So I would say try to get in the Discord in October 3rd and try to not be if obviously some people are going to get them on October 5th, but try to get in there early. Because the Discord's starting to double every day. It's kind of
I didn't even see your Discord listed on the website. Good. Oh, there it is right there at the top. I didn't see it down at the bottom. All right, I'm going to join it. The Flight Club, get in, get whitelisted, get yourself some dirty birds, and then reap the benefits. It sounds like I'm actually
you
curious
can see
about
that's the egg.
utility.
That's the egg that you get. You were just looking at that egg. That's what you see before it actually goes live. Like that's
Oh, nice.
for 72 hours until it reveals.
I kind of want to keep an NFT of that. I think that's a beautiful enough piece.
Well, you could get it. I don't know if that's even possible. I'll talk to the team and see if we can make that.
I mean, look at that. That is one of the coolest pre-reveal NFTs pieces of art I've seen. I would drop, like, if it was me, I would say, hey, anybody who's bought one can go mint one of these for free just to own it, just for gas.
That's a good idea.
That's why we advise tons of projects, because we have ideas about things. Yeah. Trav, you got any other questions you want to ask?
No, I'm just looking how I get whitelisted. I'm sitting here at the. Is it in announcements and is it in early bird list?
It's just going to be a page that you're going to go to on the 3rd.
Oh,
it's
okay.
not
So you
real.
can't
It's
even
like
get whitelisted
kind of
until
secret.
then.
Oh, so you're just going to give the link. You're going to give the link on the 3rd.
The actual whitelist is done.
Gotcha.
This is a page that is just kind of like not really that secret.
Gotcha. So is there a cool special thing like the KittyButts did where they said, hey, we're going to make cool Travis and Joel dirty birds?
No.
Way to go. That's what you get for putting somebody on the spot. Like, eat a bag of dirty birds,
like,
Travis.
You don't get jack shit. You're not on the white list. You get nothing.
We are gifting you guys some birds, but I don't have any birds that look like you guys. I'm sorry.
We appreciate that, and we'll get some bird feed to make sure that these guys don't go hungry. Claude von
this is one other thing I want. Just before we go, I just want to say we have the long-term goal of this. Even though we're doing all this in the short term, the long-term goal is we have a subscription service already called the Bird Feed that you can see on our website. It is basically every track that comes out on our label, plus discounts, plus everything that goes on in the label. And we are working feverishly to code it so that you'll be able to get into that for free with your bird.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Right now it's like $7 a month to just be a member. But we're making it so that they will work together, but it's just going to take a little while.
Love it. I love some of this artwork here is really dope. That's
the very first. That's a play on the very first hit of acid there.
Right.
Cool. Dude, you're awesome, man. I love this.
Thank you.
I can tell you that camp out thing is going to be a ridiculous blast. It's going to be. It sounds to me like it's a funner version of a Burning Man. It sounds like the Joker's version.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's like the cleaner version of Burning Man.
Yeah, that's right up my alley.
Right on. Hey, Claude, great to meet you, man. Thanks for coming on. And you guys go prep yourselves for the Dirty Bird Flight Club. DirtyBirdRecords.com is where you'll find it. And, of course, the show notes for this episode has links to all the things. Well, they'll be up a little later when producer Aaron gets to it. Nifty.Show/97 is where you will find those. That's fun stuff, Sir Lord Travis.
Beautiful. I mean, those are really cool.
Thanks, guys.
That's great. Thanks, really cool stuff that we're going on today. For one, we're very excited about Dust Miners, right? We've worked with those guys for a long time. Love Kurt and the team, Big Mike. We've introduced the audience to those guys several times here. And then seeing the KittyButts, which are hilarious, and then the Dirty Birds, like the Flight Club. These are some cool series. And then also later today, the Eternal Royals go live.
Yeah, absolutely. EternalRoyals.io. We think that this is going to sell out. That's, we're not on the team. We're buying a bunch, just like, the others that are on the pre-sale, the whitelist today. And I intend on buying 10 of them because 10 of them entitles you to a physical piece from the artist based on one of the 10 that you own. There's the guy right there, Jesse Johnson.
These are just classy as shit, man. Like, these look so cool on the wall. Like, these right here, I love it. The idea of Eternal Royals, like, these are timeless. Like, these are going to look cool 150 years from now.
Maybe even 151.
maybe. I don't even know how many
Yeah.
years, but I mean, it's like this is like it takes that old school, cool Renaissance kind of art, takes away the face, and it just gives you this visual. So these are ones that I was really big fans of. I think they're going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think they were on the show a couple weeks ago, so that's coming up. Now, Trev, did you see what happened today with the Funko sale? You know, Funko on wax. They've done 2 different sets now. They did the big boy set, and what was the first one that they did? Can't remember what the first one, but they both
the big boys.
No, Big Boy was the last one. There was another one. They both sold out, and today they released the Iron Maiden set, and there were, I want to say, how many packs were there? 18,000 standard packs and I think 5,000 premium packs. I jumped into the queue as soon as it, right before it went live, because you want to get into the queue before they assign spaces. Otherwise, you're automatically going to the back. I was like number 45,000 in line. And then Technical Rift, our listener and friend, jumped in. He was like number 55,000. So I waited. They were sold out by the time that I got there.
When you're number 40-something thousand on the list and there's 18,000 packs or whatever, you're not getting them. What is the what's the floor on those packs now?
So right now, you can get a standard pack for $11, and you can get a premium pack for $35. So
How much
of course,
were they originally?
Less. I mean, I can't remember what was the actual price. Let's see here. It doesn't. Let me go to shop. So it was $30 for a premium, and there was 6,000 of them, and
so really,
$10.
The floor hasn't gone up that much. So even though they sold out really quickly, still the premium on there there's not so much. You can go out. And
you got these people in the market that they go in just to buy a bunch, just to flip them. That's it. That's they don't even, a lot of them don't even care. They don't give a crap about NFTs. They just see money. And so my feelings aren't hurt for them at all when they don't make, any significant profits on these, because it kind of
fans to get some, which is good. So, I mean, somebody got some, and then we go. Yeah. Only a grand total of 24,000 packs, and you're number 40,000, your host.
Yeah, you're done. But this is really good for wax, which saw a nice bump today. When we see sales like this, what I think is interesting is that Funko has been better for wax than Topps was when they were doing wax stuff.
Well,
right, with just these 3 drops.
Topps sold out pretty big whenever they did their baseball card stuff. I mean, that was just a huge sale. And then the Topps baseball cards were at a significant premium, right? I mean, some of those cards sold for several $1,000s. And it was just so weird to me to see the success of the Topps baseball card launch and how they made $2 million in just a few minutes. And then they left to go to Avalanche or wherever they're at now. Now they're doing some other ones. And they're actually doing some of the exact same cards that they released on wax. These are the exact same freaking ones. They're going to resell.
These are?
Yeah.
These are? Really?
Well, not those, but the other one. There's some of the other ones. It's the exact same pack style. And it's the exact same. Well, they were talking about the 70th anniversary one. And scroll up. I guess it was the page before that, but yeah,
maybe it was the front page.
Same cards that they sold on wax, I think.
Some of these here.
Those are all the cards they sold on wax.
So Monday they're launching Series 2 of these, and they're pushing the envelope. So these packs here, there's 10 cards, and they're $150. $15 per card. So I think that they're looking at like, hey, NBA Top Shot, sells their legendary packs for $1,000, and they sell their rare packs for $100 or whatever. So we're gonna go up to par with them there. I didn't get any of these last time, and I'm not a big baseball fan. I buy a lot of NFTs just because I think I like NFTs and they're cool. So we'll see how it does. I'm sure they'll sell out. I'm sure it'll be a big deal. And lots of other stuff coming up, gang. Just make sure you go to niftydrops.io and rarity.tools to see what's happening out there in the NFT world. Mr. Crypto's coming. Look at that one right there. That's really kind of like Mr. Moneybags. The Bean Team, Own the Day.
Yeah. This is exciting stuff. All this, the Princess Bride things came out. All this talk about kitty butts. I got to go to the bathroom. We got to end this thing.
Hey guys, thanks for watching, listening, whatever it is that you're doing. We appreciate it. And we'll catch you on episode number 98, which will be the Nifty News episode coming out a week, next Tuesday. And keep it nifty.
Keep your butt nifty.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Meow.